a beat that's gonna break your neck.
You can hear me now.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? If you like it loud, we can make it loud. Can you hold it down? 'Cause we can hold it down. Yeah, you can hear me now. Coming to your city, sending bass into your earlobes, like your bleached out hairdos. That's just how we do. Touch around the whole parachute, skydiving off the parents' crew. Saw the magician's assistant and half like who the are you? Who the are you? Who the are we? We be the dudes who just come over to water the lawn. We don't say hi, we just come over to walk your dog. We nice like that, we super nice like that.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. It's officially winning time in the NFL. In today's wildcard matchup, victory is the only option for these two teams. It's the Jets going up against the Steelers. For the call, let's send you out to the broadcast booth, where we'll join our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, and Heinz Field. Today, we continue on in Wild Card Weekend with a great AFC matchup between the New York Jets and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I'm actually surprised they didn't get out of that play. I didn't see anyone pressing the line of scrimmage for the defense.
Let's go! Ohio!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. Just how they wanted to start this one, in the end zone on their first possession.
And that just happened. How about that play right there? As you said, opening possession, setting the tone for everything. And I'm going to look forward a little bit now because everyone should be celebrating his catch in the end zone. The tight end gets a little bit of love. But if you're a receiver on the team, you should be thinking to yourself, boy, oh boy, things are going to open up the rest of the game if they have to focus on him as well.
Rodgers now on first down. Out left side here to Bryant. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 39. First down coming there on the intermediate passing play. That's been a point of emphasis, they told us in practice, using those medium routes to keep the defense off balance.
And it wasn't just them telling us. We got to watch them practice it and work on it because they've been trying to fine-tune it and get it right before this game. And I think they have to be happy with the result.
On first and 10, here's Rodgers. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. This offense has some speed, and certainly Martavis Bryant, he has some speed.
He has that, and he has size. That's what makes him so difficult to cover, because just when you think you have to play him one way, the other attribute kicks in. Martavis Bryant could be an all-star real soon.
58, 630.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. And the defense for New York.
Muhammad Wilkerson is one of the most versatile defensive linemen in the league. You can play him at any spot and expect big-time production.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And the Jets take possession. New York set to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Stephon Tuitt in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
On play action, they'll throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. 23 yards on the play.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up. But you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over,
You didn't turn it over. Right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. Wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
Now it's 2nd and 7. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. Wheaton with a catch right side. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Marcus Wheaton, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. New York set to take the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
For those who watch the game and want to question the courage of the guys who play on the corner, how about when you see a toss sweep coming your way, yet you still go into the backfield, get past the blockers, and make the tackle? That's big league.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one.
Let's go. What? Flex round. Flex round.
Now back to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
So now it's 3rd and 12 with an extra defender here in the secondary, a nickel look. They're going to look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A good pickup there at 22. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Back to throw now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
All right, I'm doing my rudimentary math here. That's his 3rd catch here in the first quarter. I don't know if it's just game plan or he's just finding his way open.
And maybe a little of both. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive linemen said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
They'll look to throw here. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit. Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
Yeah, maybe expecting a throw. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Brandon, from the defense's perspective, that's a tone setter. They try to hit him with a draw early, and they snuff it right out.
And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Heinz Field has always been a tough place for field goal kickers. It's just a very heavy side. Plus, you've got an open end of the field with wind coming off the Allegheny. And sure enough, he kind of chunks this one, and it's no good.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Man open left side is Brown. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Partner, nothing complicated here. This is just a pretty simple drag route.
You're exactly right, Brandon. Instead of throwing it downfield, they just throw it underneath and let the receiver do the work.
Bell. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. A couple of Jets there in on the stop. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. Rodgers to throw on second down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
And you as a former defender should know that the referees are watching this closely, defensive holder.
They watch it awfully closely. I sure wish they'd let it be 5.5 yards like they do for the offensive guys. But in this case, they were strict with the rule.
2 seconds to go, first quarter. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. After the penalty, it's Bell. And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a second and short yardage to start things out. Brown, the lone receiver, left. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Over the middle here to Brown. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him,
and no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Shift together here from the D-line. On second down, here's Rodgers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And he comes back with one complete. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
One of the feature points of the end route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 34. And Boswell's kick is good. And with that, they'll take a 2-point lead here in quarter number 2. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And New York set to take the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team, because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Let's go!
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the catch made here by Sharon Peak. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Now back to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll set up to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
Partner, I know the ball security's preached like crazy, but every now and then you got to know when to get rid of the football and save a little bit of yardage if you're a quarterback.
Because now if you're the offensive coordinator, what does it do if it was 3rd and 10 versus 3rd and much longer as it is now?
Yeah, it changes everything in terms of play calling and the pressure you might expect to face on the very next down. Had to throw the ball away and save the yardage. He didn't get it done.
And this is going to be incomplete.
And that one was knocked away, and I think the defender's going to be a little upset with themselves. They made the play on the football, but that one felt like a forced pass by the quarterback. Thought he had someone open. He really wasn't. Maybe an example of having too much confidence in his receiver that no matter what, I'm going to throw it to him. And that was a play made by the defense, and it could have been a bigger one.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. So the D-line's going to spread out.
Come on, let's go! Ohio!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. 26 yards on the play there. And the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a 1st and goal. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Ohio! Here we go! Grand 38! Grand 38! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Ryan Shazier in there to bury him for a loss of 11. He'll look to throw. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. So a 2nd down incompletion now brings up 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. That's a tough one not to hang on to on 3rd and goal, but good job defensively to get there and jar it loose.
Agreed. That was really, really nicely done because there's no pass interference on the play. Timing excellent to get in there and knock it away. A win for the defense, and it brings up 4th down.
So a good kick that time, and he's able to redeem himself from the previous miss.
And fortunately for him, he got the chance to do that not long after missing the first time. Sometimes a whole game goes by, and you don't get that chance at all. So you keep it with you till the next time you take the field.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Throwing is Rodgers. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Easy.
Rodgers will try again on second down. He's going to take another shot here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Alec Ogletree. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now they'll run it on the toss. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there. And it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. They'll drop to throw. Peaks got it over the middle. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They missed a field goal earlier, so possibly as a result, that's why they're going to try to go for it here on 4th down. They'll look to throw here. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. The Tide Bulls tried it, went for it, but it didn't pay off. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch, too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it.
This is Bell on the dump-off. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Wheaton with a catch right side. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Brown, the lone receiver, left. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Antonio Brown, as the first half is winding down, and the Steelers are going to retake the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, It's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Here's the Steelers' kick team as they'll boot this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And New York set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking deep downfield. This is intercepted. Picked off by Mike Mitchell. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
319! 319!
The final shot before half for Rodgers. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. Over the middle here to Brown. It's a gain of 4 there that gives him a new set of downs. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Rodgers to throw on second down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And all of a sudden here, it's third down. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A really nice gain of 25 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed. And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you're probably going to have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well. Showed it right there. To throw is Rodgers. Wheaton's got it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 yards on the pickup there. And the Steelers are going to have a first down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage. The drag route can be effective when it's run well.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. They'll go back to the ground with Bell. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. A gain of 3, 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. This will be caught at about the 6. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. And the defense now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a first down if they just get a yard out of this on 4th and very short. They come out here in the I. Play clock winding down. And the play clock running down, so Mike Tomlin burns a timeout. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And Boswell's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. And Charles, they get the field goal. Took him a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They go back to the air here after the INT. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Shift together here from the D-line.
Here we go. Flag round.
On play action, they'll throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Peake's got it over the middle. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. Here's Lachlan Edwards now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Muhammad Wilkerson in there to sack him for a loss of 6. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Rodgers going to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. And he's going to get this one all the way up past the 20-yard line. So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. Fielded just inside the 20. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Going up top. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to...
That is is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
Brown, the lone receiver, left. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. A screen to Bell. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. This is Bell. And he'll take this one down to the 36. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It's a 6-yard pickup. It's still a few chain links short, it appears, with 4th down coming up.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
And Mike Tomlin going to roll up the sleeves here and say, let's go for it on 4th. They come out here in the eye. Give him 2 yards on that play, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now this time Rodgers will throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
It's always a good play when you're able to bat a ball away or down, because if you actually tip it in the air, now the offense is getting a second shot at catching the football, or another receiver may come along and grab it out of the air and turn it into a big play. So if you make a play on the ball, make sure it's knocked away or down. Otherwise, there could be some jeopardy.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many off.
Now the Jets are going to burn another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
26.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Antonio Brown, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. So now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That will be their 3rd and final stoppage, as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining. Boswell for the extra point. Can you believe it? He misses another one, his third so far. Here's the Steelers' kick team as they'll boot this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you. It appears that the pressure is affecting him today. Normally, he knows exactly when to get rid of the football, but today, because he's been hit a few times, he's getting rid of it a little bit too quickly.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
You can feel the anguish all the way up here. It certainly looked like he had that one in the end zone, open, unable to hold on to it.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Here we go. Ohio. Let's round. Let's round. Ohio. Let's round.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to air one out. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. It's a big play that time by the Jets. 34 yards.
And they pick up the first down on a fourth down play. I don't know if the defense relaxed because they thought maybe they'd stopped him on third down.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A great effort there. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Jets have made this a one-score game. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So they got one of the 2 touchdowns they needed. Now for the onside kick. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. 3 yards remaining here on second down. They come out here in the eye. They'll go again with Bell. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
The give is to Bell. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third.
And that's why defense coordinators always preach 11 guys to the ball. Because sometimes you have a missed tackle, but if you have a swarm of guys around, less room for them to roam even after the first missed tackle. In this case, tackle was missed, plenty of open field to get after that.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation. And the offense behind the chains here, a touch on 2nd and 11. A give to Bell. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Heinz Field.